Good morning. I am Alessandro Figus, professor at the University of Cassino and Southern Lazio in Italy. And today we can talk about democracy. The democracy. Okay, it's a big concept to talk about democracy. In reality, it's very difficult to understand what is democracy. We try to understand, to explain my vision of democracy. Democracy is an extending concept. The growing number of states in the world that have adopted it has allowed many people to live free from political or authoritarian oppression. In this case, not everywhere is possible to find the same, and not everywhere is possible to apply to this existing concept. For those, is a new democracy that is a complex term, very complex. After to study the democracy, it's very difficult to understand if it's possible to apply to the full democracy. Because reality is really a complex term. It can take a long time to grasp it practically. One thing is the theory, another thing is the practical application of the democracy, where everywhere, in every state of the countries of the world, there is a wealth of information on democracy. You can find everywhere. Also on the website today it's possible to find a lot of terminology related to democracy. But the role of educators, the role of the teachers, is to transfer, to transmit the value of democracy to the individual, his family, and his community. And this is so difficult everywhere. There is, in reality, no clear universal definition of democracy. My democracy maybe is different than your democracy, because my vision is coming from the European history, from Italian history, and is so different in different parts of the world. Understanding, experience, and belief, and the history of his country, daily life contribute to the perception of the democracy. Democracy does not exist within a set of universal institutions. Which institution? A lot of institutions are involving to understand the democracy. Every day, everywhere, it's possible to find democracy, and it's possible to find things against the democracy. The specific format that democracy take in a country, in each country, is largely determined by political, social, and economic circumstances, and is influenced by historical, traditional, and cultural factors. In this case, you understand that we spoke about democracy in the context, in the relation with your country. In this case, because my country is Italian, is so different than the vision of democracy that we have in your country, in Kazakhstan, or more large concept in Central Asia. But also in Central Asia, we have not the same definition of the democracy in the same country. Because I think you can find some small difference between your country, Kazakhstan, and the other neighbor. For example, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, or Turkmenistan, or, I don't know, Kyrgyzstan, or Russia, or China. So different. So far from the concept of universal democracy, because not exists in reality one definition of a universal definition of democracy.